Hello everybody out there in the bookverse, it's Stephanie and it is officially the first day of Bookoplathon. It's still a little bit before Bookoplathon starts, so I am just making sure I got everything prepared. I have all my stuff prepped, so I'm ready to go for this. I'm very excited. It's gonna be starting at 6 o'clock my time, so I have a little bit of time right now. It is just about like 15 minutes till, so let's talk about the books that I have decided to read for this. The first prompt was a fantasy book, and so I'm going to be continuing with Ship of Magic. I've already started this one, and Becca said it's fine to just continue with books you've already started for this. So I'm going to be continuing with Ship of Magic. I think I am just over 600 pages in, so I have a little bit over, I think I have probably about 250 pages left of this book. It's a thick book, so I'm over 600 pages in and I still have 250 left. So this is a chunky book. I'm going to be doing both audio and physical with this book. And then I have some options for the dark cover one. I chose some shorter books since my other one's pretty long. So I have Into the Labyrinth. This is a novella, I'm not sure, but it's pretty short. I also have Empress of Salt and Fortune, which is kind of a dark cover, and this one is a novella. And then I have a couple of graphic novels. I have Sandman by Neil Gaiman, and I have Monstrous. This is the first volume in it. I really don't know a whole ton about this, but I love the artwork. The art style is very pretty. So those are my options. I think I'm going to just finish Ship of Magic first and then decide what I want to do for my dark cover. But I also have some sweet tea over here, and then I have some chocolates. So I have some snacks ready. I have my cozy blanket ready. So I've got a lot of stuff going ready here. I think I'm just going to grab out my computer, join in on Becca's sprints, and see how far I get in Ship of Magic. I'm hoping to finish it in Becca's sprints, but if not, I think the next sprints are Maddie's, and so I will just finish it in those, and I'm hoping that I'll be able to sleep a little bit tonight. The next roll drops aren't until 6 in the morning, so I don't think I'm going to be staying up for those because I'm probably going to be finishing these before Maddie's sprints are even over. So we'll see though. Yeah, I'm going to jump into Ship of Magic, and I'm excited. So it is the end of Becca's sprint. It was so much fun. It was really entertaining to just hang out with them. Becca's shot was definitely a double. That was not a single shot by any means, but I did get some really good reading in. I actually got through I have about 40 pages left in the book, so I'm definitely going to be finishing it in Maddie's sprints. I'm really looking forward to them. I've actually never sat in on any sprints that Maddie's done before. I know she's done a lot, and I know Steph is going to be joining her, so that'll be a lot of fun. I think it'll be really exciting, entertaining. I'll enjoy it, but I also want to pick which dark cover I do. I think I'm going to not do either of the novellas. I'm just not feeling novella. I really am kind of in the mood for a graphic novel. I don't know which one I want to do. I've heard great things about Sandman. I really think I'm gonna go with Monstrous. I love the art style in here. Let me find some, like, it's just really pretty. I don't know if you can see it, but it's gorgeous and I really like it. So I think I'm going to go with this. I don't know that much about the story of it. I really don't know what it's about, but it's stunning. So this is gonna be my dark cover read. I will finish up Ship of Magic and then jump into this one, finish this one tonight, and then I'll head to bed. So I'm going to get through those and then I'll probably just update you right before I go to bed. Okay, so it is currently about 1:30 in the morning. I should have finished these things a long time before I did, but I just kept getting distracted by Maddie and Steph. They played these really fun games and it was really entertaining. It was fun. One of the games that they did was they described books and the other one had to guess which book they were talking about without saying like any names or anything like that. And then another one was they'd read first lines of the book and then they tried to guess what book it was. So it was a lot of fun. I really enjoyed their sprint. I think it was interesting that they were both from the UK, wherein it would have been a lot more pleasant, I think, for the person hosting the sprint if it would have been someone who was maybe in the United States or Australia. I don't know Australia's time zone, but I think that would also be a better one because it wouldn't have been at 4 in the morning till 8 in the morning. But I did love Maddie and Steph's sprint. I thought it was a lot of fun. My reading was successful. I was able to finish Ship of Magic. I love this book. This is such a great, amazing fantasy book. I can't really get into what this is about too much in this vlog because it is very complex. It's long. There's a lot going on, but essentially it follows these people who are traders and traders, not traitors. And they have these things called live ships. So after 3 generations of a family have died on the decks of the ship comes to life. And then they're very profitable for trade and sailing because they're just like amazing and they can sail themselves a little bit. It's pretty cool. But it follows this family who has a live ship who's just going to come to life. Definitely a lot more going on than that, but I really enjoyed it. I thought it was great. Robin Hobb is amazing at character work. The characters in this were great. They're so well done. I love them. I really enjoyed the live ship. I thought she was entertaining. I enjoyed like all the live ships in this. They were probably some of my favorite parts. So yeah, this was a great pick. I'm glad I finished it because I'm going to be doing a live show with Megan over at Megan's Reading Revelation. She is kind of doing a read along of this Live Ship Traders series by Robin Hobb. And so the live show for this one is going to be on April 2nd over at Megan's channel. So you can definitely check that out. We're going to be doing that if you want to chat along with us, if you've already read it or you want to read it before. I loved it. I think this is an amazing series. So well done. If you want some more thoughts, definitely check out that live show. But I also read Monstrous, and this was quite a lot more involved than I thought it was going to be. The world is complex and there's a lot going on here. It was a little bit confusing, and I was okay with it because I do read a lot of high fantasy, and at the beginning you do tend to be a little bit confused as you're getting to know the new world. I felt that a lot in this graphic novel. I felt like it took a lot of effort to kind of keep track of what was going on because there was so much involved in this. And maybe part of it is because it's like 1 in the morning and I was a little bit distracted by the sprints, like all the things combined, right? I wasn't exactly in the best frame of mind to be focusing on this, but I loved the art style. Like I said, the art style was amazing. I think the story is really interesting. I know some people love it, some people really didn't like it, but I like it. I think there is so much potential to this story and I'm really looking forward to continuing with it, but I feel like it's one that I need to continue rather quickly. Otherwise I'm going to forget things and it's going to be pretty confusing. So yeah, definitely this was a great pick and I have completed the first 2 prompts. I'm going to head to bed because I'm tired. It is like 1:30 in the morning. So yeah, I'm gonna go get some sleep. I'm probably not going to wake up for the first roll drop at 6, but we will see. I'm definitely planning on doing 8 books, so I'm going to try to read one for each prompt. And yeah, I'm looking forward to it. I hope that the prompts are kind to me. They allow me to read some of the books that I have been wanting to, but also they allow me to pick some shorter either novellas or some like graphic novels to throw in there because I cannot read 8 full books. But yeah, that's it for today. I will check in tomorrow morning. Good morning, everyone. We are back for day 2 of Bookoplathon. I am just about to look up the roll drops. They dropped while I was sleeping. It's now about like 10 in the morning, so definitely slept longer than I thought I was going to, but I am going to check out the roll drops. I did look at the boards ahead of time to kind of gauge last night, like what ones are possibilities, which ones I don't really want. I don't really want a chance to come up. I feel like that might be kind of hard to do since I don't have a nice stack of chance cards waiting there for me. I also don't really want a contemporary to come up just because I'm not into contemporaries that much, but we shall see. Let's go on Twitter, check out the roll drops. I will screen record this. Okay, here we go. This is roll number 2. Here we go.
It is a 7.
7.
And that is a book with POC rep.
Okay, so a book with POC rep, that is definitely doable. Okay, let's see what roll number 2 is. Oop, here we go.
21 board, roll number 2.
Roll number 2.
Is 7. And that is a contemporary.
Ah, no, that is not what I wanted. Okay, so for POC rep, I actually already know what I'm going to read. I'm not even gonna pick out different options because this is a book that I'm going to be buddy reading with Abby from the channel Abby Salter and Joanna from Joanna Sousa. I will link their channels down below, but I am going to be reading A Dead Djinn in Cairo. This is a novella that comes before A Master of Djinn, which is a book that's coming out later this year that I'm really looking forward to, and so we decided we would all buddy read these novellas, so be prepared when that book came out. So A Dead Djinn in Cairo, I'm pretty sure is about a djinn who died in Cairo, and this investigator is trying to figure out why. I think it sounds really interesting. I really like that like djinn mythology aspect in books. I really tend to enjoy that a lot. So I'm looking forward to this. I don't really know a whole lot about this author or what to expect from his writing style, but that is going to be my POC rep. It is by P. Jelly Clark, I'm pretty sure is how you say his name. So that is going to be my POC rep book, and it's probably the one that I'm going to read first. I think I'll start it just first thing this morning. It should be a pretty quick read. I think it's less than 50 pages or something. It's very, very short. I have it on my Kindle app on my phone, so that's the way. Ooh. So that's the way I'm going to be reading it. And the next prompt is a contemporary, the one that I said I did not want, but it's fine. I will look at my books. I'll see what my options are. We will see what I decide to read. Let's kind of have you guys sitting out here while I look around. I don't have a ton of contemporaries, honestly. I just don't have a lot of them. American Royals, that's kind of a contemporary, like it's an alternate world, but contemporary, I'm gonna say that's an option. I have some up there. I don't know if you can really see that. There's some options up there like Me Before You, maybe The Great Gatsby. I just don't really feel like those right now. Oh, My Dark Vanessa. So this is a upside down. This is another contemporary here. It's very hard hitting, so that will throw in as an option. Other than that, I really think that's all I got up here. There may be some more downstairs. But I think I might go with my Dark Vanessa. Oh, I do have another option. So I went through some graphic novels that are on Scribd last night to kind of see what my options were, and Giant Days was on there, and I remember Jade from JD Ray Reid saying that she enjoyed Giant Days, the comic series, and so I thought I might use that if contemporary came up. So that's also another option. Okay, so I've been thinking about it, about my options. I don't think I'm gonna go with American Royals. I just am not really feeling it right now. It's not something that's really grabbing my attention. I think I'm actually going to go with my Dark Vanessa. I have been looking forward to reading this for a while. I know it's about a girl who had an affair with her teacher in school when she was in high school, and then we follow her in two different timelines, the time back then when the affair was happening, and then also the time like now when another student is coming out and saying that he also abused her. So, and this girl kind of coming to terms with the fact that she was abused because she kind of saw it just as like they loved each other. And so yeah, I think I might actually go with this one, but I'm gonna keep Giant Days on reserve just in case this isn't something that I'm really wanting to read right now, because I know it is kind of hard hitting and a lot of people have said that it's kind of hard to read and get through. So this is my plan as of right now, but it might change. So this is like early me making plans. I know it's not that early, it's 10, but it's early for me. Okay, so it is now past 6 o'clock. I didn't really update you as I was going, but definitely made a little bit of changes. I did read A Dead Gin in Cairo. I liked it. I thought it was really good. It was very short, which I knew going in, but I just really wanted more world building within this really cool world. There was things in there that I wasn't expecting. I thought it was a very interesting premise, so I'm definitely looking forward to continuing on in that world. I liked it. I got through it pretty quickly. I think it took me less than an hour to read it, and then I did end up, switching out of my Dark Vanessa. I read about 150 pages of this, and it is pretty heavy. It is hard to read. I mean, it's good. I wouldn't say I'm enjoying it. I don't think that's the correct word, but it's a very compelling book. I don't think it's one I necessarily want to binge at this moment, so I think I will continue with this book. I'm planning on finishing it, but just not one to binge for a readathon for me personally. So I did switch to Giant Days. I tried to read it on my phone, but I felt like it wasn't very easy to do. The writing was very tiny on there for a graphic novel. And so I ended up using my husband's iPad, which was really nice. I just got it from Scribd and it was easy. I didn't really love it. I thought it was okay. It's about these three girls who are at university, and it's just kind of their life as they go through that boy stuff, and I wasn't really drawn into it. I didn't think it was all that awesome. I'm probably not going to continue on with the series unless for some reason it helps fulfill a prompt for another readathon, but I did do that. So I have fulfilled all the prompts so far for this readathon. 2 of them have been graphic novels, 1 of them a novella, and then 1 of them just the remainder of a book, which 250 pages of a high fantasy book is a decent chunk. So feeling pretty good about that so far. And I actually did already watch the roll drops on Gavin's live show, which was fun. I am really looking forward to continuing the live show with him, but I also I'm going to do it here for you guys. I'll screen record so that I can be kind of similar to the way the other one was done. Okay, let's jump into here.
Roll number 3.
Okay, so we have roll number 3.
And that is the first book in a series.
Okay, the first one was the first book in a series, which is perfect. I already have it picked out which one I'm going to do for this. I don't need options because I'm going to be reading Fate of the Fallen by Kel Cade. This is the first book in her, I don't know what the name of this series is actually. I don't think it even says in here that I can find. Does it have a series? Shroud of Prophecy, book 1. So this is the first one in that series. I think this book has some sort of a twist on the Chosen One trope. and I'm looking forward to reading this. It's for the Shelf Space Book Club, so that is why this was already on my TBR for this month. So I'm excited to fit it in. It's not super long, so I'm thinking I will be okay. I know it is like a high fantasy novel, but it is under 350 pages. It's only 344 pages, so I think this is doable. I think this is something that I could do. I'm definitely planning on watching all of Gavin's sprints. Well, I'm gonna go for a walk first, but I am planning on continuing on with the sprints with him, so this is what I'm gonna be focusing on. But I will probably break it up with whichever book fills the prompt for the second roll, which we will do now.
2021 board roll number 3 is a 9, and that is a chance card, and my chance card is Confess by Colleen Hoover.
Okay, so the second prompt was a chance card. Now I don't have a stack ready like Becca did to pick out her chance cards, so she suggests to just make a list of some books and then do a random number generator and kind of mix up the books, put some in that you really want to read and some that you don't really want to read too much. So I did make a list. I put 10 on here, and all of them are shorter, so they are all like 250 pages or less, I think. I definitely wanted a shorter book to throw in here, and so I have the next volume of the Descender series on here. I have a Skyward, another graphic novel, Into the Labyrinth, Avatar, the graphic novel one, like the first one in that, Sandman, the graphic novel by Neil Gaiman, Empress of Salt and Fortune, Haunting of Tramcar 015, which is the sequel to the A Dead Gen in Cairo, the next book in the Wayward Children's series, which is a novella series, A Thief Among the Trees, which is a graphic novel that is set in the Ember and the Ashes series world, and then All Systems Red, so which is also a novella. So I have 10 books on there. I'm going to put a random number generator onto my phone, and they are all numbered on here. You can see, can you see? Not really. Okay, there you can. They're all numbered on here, and so whichever one fits that number is the one that we are going to do. So here we go. I'm going to Google random number generator, 1 to 10, and we generated a 7. Oh, can you see that? There we go, 7. So 7 is Haunting of Tramcar 015, which is perfect. I'm really excited about that. I just read the first one in that series, so it's fresh in my mind. We'll jump back in to that world. I'll probably get that one on Kindle as well. I think this one is a little bit longer, which isn't a big deal to me. I'm totally fine with that. Yes, this one is a little bit longer. So it looks like this one is 116 pages. So it's over twice as long, I think, as the first one, but that's okay. I'm not worried about that. I am just gonna, we're gonna go with it. That's what my chance card picked for me, so we're gonna buy it. Yay. Okay, so we now have that one. We have all our things picked, and I think I'm going to go for a little walk. And then when I come back, I will get back, I'll listen to Fate of the Fallen audiobook while I walk, and then when I get back, I will get back into the sprints, and I have a face mask planned for tonight, and then I'm probably gonna take a shower, and then I am going to continue reading after that. Hopefully I can get a lot of this done. I'm hoping to finish both of them before I go to bed. We'll see how that goes, because my husband also wants to watch some of the basketball that is on tonight, because it's March Madness, which is like the college basketball playoffs. So definitely gonna be a little bit of a busy night, but we'll see. I am hoping that I can finish it. I don't want to leave anything over till tomorrow, because I know I'm not gonna wake up before the next roll drop. So yeah, we'll see how this goes. everyone! It is the final day of Bookoplathon. The final rolls have dropped. I will be looking at those in just a minute. I have gotten myself my coffee for the morning. We have some donuts to go along with that. So far having a good morning. I just wanted to update you guys on my reading last night. I did stay up pretty late finishing up all the things that I had to do. I did finish both of my books though. I ended up finishing Fate of the Fallen. That was mine for a first book in a series. I liked it. It was good. I feel like I'm not really giving you guys a ton of updates on these books because I'm reading them so quickly, but I did think it was really good. I think that it tried a lot at humor, and sometimes it was a hit for me, sometimes it was a miss, but that was something that you don't see quite as much in fantasy, that it's a very humorous fantasy book. I don't know. I thought that was fun and different. I really like the premise of it. I think it has a lot of potential for this series. I like those series that involve gods and the way that they interact with mortals and other creatures living. I actually really enjoyed the writing style because it was so fast-paced. And maybe I liked it so much because it was for this readathon and I needed to read things more quickly, so it really gelled with it just this time. But I liked it. I'm definitely going to be continuing with the series. I think I'll have more thoughts, and my thoughts will just be a little better organized during my wrap-up for the month, because at this point I'm kind of just trying to bust through books. I think you guys can kind of relate with me. But I also finished The Haunting of Tramcar 015, so I ended up reading like half of Fate of the Fallen, then reading The Haunting of Tramcar 015, and then going back and finishing the rest of Fate of the Fallen. But it was good. It was entertaining. I think I did enjoy A Dead Gin in Cairo better, but I really did enjoy the dynamic between the two investigators in this book. I thought that was very entertaining. I liked their different personalities and they were a lot of fun. So if the novel that comes out next, A Master of Gin, follows those same two plus the investigator in the first one, I think that'd be a lot. I think that'd be really fun and interesting. I would enjoy that a lot. But I did enjoy it. I thought it was good. It was fun. It definitely was written differently than I was expecting. It kind of has almost a steampunk feel to it. I don't know if that's the correct term for it, but I really did like it. I'm going to be continuing on with The Master of Jane. I think that comes out next month. Really looking forward to it. So yeah, let's get into the last rolls of Bookoplathon. I'm very excited. Okay, so let us go check out the rolls. Okay, here we go.
Bookoplathon board roll number 4 is 11.
Ooh, no.
And that is a book set in
Dang it, I'm really not happy about that. That prompt is not one that I'm really looking forward to all that much. A book set in the present isn't something I tend to read a whole ton because those tend to be more contemporaries, and I've kind of looked into my urban fantasy books and I don't think any of them are short enough that I would be able to fit them in, because I'm kind of going on about 6 hours at this point. So I'm thinking that I am probably gonna have to go with a contemporary of some kind. I don't know. I'm really not positive what I'm going to do with this prompt, but let's go ahead and check out the next prompt. Hopefully this will be one that's a little easier for me to be able to accomplish. And here we go.
Roll from the 2021 board, and the final roll from the 2021 board is a 9. And that is other, so that is any genre outside of the ones that I typically read.
That also is not ideal for me. So outside of my typical genres, so really, I mean, I read mostly sci-fi and fantasy, so I could read pretty much anything outside of those, but the graphic novels that I have that are on Ready and my short stories, my novellas, all of those things are sci-fi and fantasy, so I don't know what I'm going to pick for this necessarily either. I feel like both of these are really not ideal prompts for the end of the readathon for me because I'm already a little burnt out. Not bad, I just feel like this is going to be a lot of work to finish in about 7 hours is kind of what I have at this point. So I put some thought into it, and I think we are going to make a trip to Barnes & Noble, and we are gonna find some things that will work. So yeah, I'm gonna go get ready, and then we are gonna head out to Barnes & Noble. So it's gonna be good. We're gonna finish. We're gonna read 8 books through this readathon. I am too close at this point to not do this, even though these last 2 prompts were just not very nice to me. Okay, so I have officially completed Becca's Bookoplathon. I read 8 books for all 8 prompts, and I'm officially kind of exhausted. That was a long couple days. I feel like I've read a ton. Okay, so we'll go through the books. I finished Ship of Magic for fantasy. I read Monsters Volume 1 for dark cover. I really should just be looking at my list. Monsters Volume 1 for dark cover. I read A Dead Djinn in Cairo for POC rep. I read Giant Days Volume 1 for contemporary. I read Fate of the Fallen for first book in a series. I read The Haunting of Tramcar 015 for chance card. Then I read Giant Days Volume 2 for a book that is set in the present day. And I read The Tattooist of Auschwitz for a other book, or a book that's a genre that I don't read all that often because I don't read very much historical fiction at all. So anyways, I won, or completed it, or whatever this is called. So yay. This was a lot of fun. I am probably going to go take a nap now. But yeah, let me know how your Bookoplathon went. I really would like to know how many people decided to take part in this. How many books did everybody read? Did people double up on prompts? Did everybody just pick one for each role? Did some people just like read whatever books and not worry about the prompts? I'm just kind of interested to see how other people went about this, because doing 8 books was a lot, and I think if I do end up doing this again, I will probably just pick one of the 2 roles each time, so it's only 4 books instead of 8 books, and I think that would be a little bit more enjoyable because I will be able to pick a prompt that I would prefer and maybe read books that I'm a little more interested in. Because let's be honest, I mean, I didn't even want to read Giant Days Volume 2, but I did because I needed a set in the present short book. So that was what I went with. And I mean, the Tattooist of Auschwitz was really good. I mean, it was so hard hitting and impactful, and it was amazing. But I was pretty tired while I was reading it, and so it wasn't like I got to take my time and enjoy it. So, plus it's not the type of book that I tend to gravitate towards. So, overall, I really liked it, but I think, yeah, next time I would do it a little bit differently. But anyways, let me know how your Bookoplathon went. And as always, if you like this video, give it a thumbs up and you want to see more, hit the subscribe button and the bell icon, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye.